Shall we go racing at the Saudi Arabia legendary event? Yes, I think we shall. Welcome to qualifying from the free-to-play account, and it's back where it thrives best, where the fun, the action, the grind really does come out and show. The free-to-play account makes a return, and we're going back to Champions. Yes, Champions GP on the free-to-play. That's what we want to see. That is what we love about this. And we're going bang there to try and see if there's any possibility that we can go and get a Champions P1. You never know. And we're going to be in the hunt to try again. Now, legendary drivers are short on this account. It is not great reading. So we're going to have to decide where and when we pick to use them extra drivers. Now, as you can see, this is our speed setup for our first race in Jeddah, running that 274 on the speed. And the drivers, we're going to have to go with these two. So remember, the sponsor task for Champions is both legendary drivers. And if I show you what they are level 1 and level 1. So with that, we might use them at Singapore to try and help gain some points there. But for the first race, we're going to go racing in Jeddah with this setup, and we're going to hope for the very best. Our first matchup of the day, 1502 team score to come at the Jeddah circuit. We're going to be interesting to see where we qualify with Norris's 20% stat boost, and obviously Piastri with very good tyres as well. So what is the chance we can score big here? I'm sure we're about to find out as we qualify in 15th and 21st. 20% don't help our chances at all. We're going to go soft and soft. Now, have I got any frost boost? I've got 7. I'm going to use that on Lando. And I've got a feeling Piastri doesn't really need it. So I'm going to go an eagle boost on that one. We're going to go double soft. It's a real player as well. 2-4 is possible. Very good round here. Let's see what it's all about. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Real player. What do we got in store? They go for the Eternal Flame boost. We go for Frost and an Eagle. But can we outscore this higher rival opponent? We're going to try and do our very best as we settle down early on. And it looks like it's a P15 and a P17 as we get a few more places. And yeah, not a bad start. We do want to start looking after power unit early though, because we want to do that undercut on either one or both of the drivers. So yeah, coming through this second half of the section, this is where on the strategy guide I tell you every single time to conserve as much as you can, because we don't overtake. You can see the rival has used all their power unit attacking down this second half of the track, and they haven't made any ground. Now, with Piastri, we can push down this straight. We should hopefully get a move done. We do, and that is why I held back. As we get now, we'll push Piastri. We'll commit Piastri to a 3-3, I think. And we'll get Norris onto the 2-4. I think that is going to be the best way to go. And we can't get Piastri through at the moment, as it's a little bit chock-a-block. Rival right up our backside now. But now we're going to stick Norris on the mediums. Hopefully come out in clean air and really make some ground up. That's what we got to try. Piastri's gaining all the time. On Piastri in front of him. It's a triple Piastri by the look of it ahead as we come into turn 1. Piastri's everywhere. And now we're into P10. And here comes Norris. Oh yes, now Piastri's flying. Now Norris can fly as well. So P8 for Piastri. Really good ground in this first stint on the laps. And now Norris can absolutely fly. You expect a lot of cars in lap 3 and lap 4 to come into the pits. That's what we expect to see. And I need to actually pit Piastri here, because that would be dangerous. Now Norris can go on conserve, because this section we do not gain. We can push round the final corner. We can push and conserve down the straight. And we can push again. So there we go. Already some... Oh, yes. Can we get ahead of the rival? Yes, we can. And we've got power unit as well, as we are back out in P13. Rival now pushing. And there's only 2 places between our 2 drivers. That was a lot further earlier on. Now, expect the rival to come back at us, because they're on soft tyre and a better car. But we are putting it to the rival here on race number 1. They are pushing again in a place that you do not overtake. That is why I build the strategy guides for you. As we go into the final corner, Stroll will pit. We're going to use our power unit that we've accrued down the straight. And we're going to make the move, potentially, as we can get ahead. What can we get ahead of this car, though, for the rival? No. Going to conserve straight away. P6 and P9. This is okay. Just got to watch tyres with Norris. But this is all right. We're doing well. 45%, nearly 50% on the power unit. We're going to just boost around this final corner. Give us a little bit of chance as we go into the first turn. And the rival just gets ahead. A bit of a chopping and changing as we now get ahead of the rival. P5 and P10. We are running well in this race. Can we get ahead of Lando Norris, though? No, we can't at the moment. Back to conserve. Can Norris ourselves get ahead of Albon? No, we can't. And now it's all about the last corner. Can we get a move on Lando Norris? We're going to push out of that final corner, but I don't think we're going to get a move as we go down the straight. Can we get P4 on the line? No, we can't. The rival is not going to be able to get past us either. It's still good points, actually. It's still 35 points. It's okay. And a tough battle. But you know what? We scored decent points in the end. Look at that. 35 points in the bag. You can see there, 1-4-2-0 versus a 1-5-0-2. So I'm happy with that scoring. Absolutely. Let's take a look what they had, though. They had a level 5 Norris, which was better than ours, which was level 4. But they had the same level Piastri. And the car, it had less speed, more qualifying. So they went for the 120 on the qualifying. We went for the 105. We didn't take Nemesis, where the rival, you can see clearly, did. But they had some bigger levels in there as well. But race number 1 is done. And we start off with a 35 points from Jeddah. Race number 2 here in Singapore, and I've probably made a basic mistake. I was thinking, I can take my level 1 legends into the Saudi Arabia Singapore race because Singapore is notoriously more easy. Well, of course, we need level 2 or above to be able to take into consideration the legends, so we can't use them. And this is where we qualify. It is 12th and 13th. Rival has got a Prost on there as well. So I'm actually just going to whack on one of our community boosts that we've just received. The Nazar boost, in the hope that we might sneak out here a free. And that is because I'm using better tyre management drivers. Come on, here we go. So you can do a 2-2-2. But I think Piastri and Norris with the 20% are going to be too good to not do the free. So we get away, and we get away well with Lando Norris, who is round the outside on turn 1. He's going to get a little bit blocked up, but the rival's got the early lead, as you would expect. And they come down the straight, and it is P8 and P10. They've got to be looking to get bigger moves early on. Downforce boost for the rival, one of the free boosts. So they will be quick in this race with tyre management, defending and cornering. But we're making ground already, and we're up for Norris into the top 3. Podium position, and the rival going backwards, although they haven't used too much of their power unit. So this is going to be interesting. They may be struggling on tyres, but Norris is all over the back of Piastri. And can he get through? He's taking some dodgy lines, but he does now get through. Into P2 and P4. Great start. Told you Singapore was a little bit at ease on the car. And now we're in position A, nearly. If we can get past Leclerc, like so, we are ahead and into P1. Yes, Lando Norris, P1 so far. Long way to go, though. You can see the rival's got pretty much a full power unit to attack us with if he wishes. Or she wishes. But let's see how we go first of all. Free wet is comfortable. Rival is coming hard now using that power unit. And let's keep an eye on that. Can they close us down? Are they on the right setup? Well, we're about to find out. Come on. Bring this home. We're after the 47 if we can. That would be epic. Against a higher team score rival too. As now we'll push the plug. Let's go. We've pulled the pin. And we're going to try and close this gap as Piastri into P3. Rival still rocking good power unit levels. As Norris comes into the pits. And that rival, I think they're going to be after a big second half of this race here. As he comes out. And we are just behind. We're going to leave Norris on conserve. On the basis that he can just top up his power unit now and protect tyres with a gap. Can we take a PvP here in Singapore? Currently, I think it's going to be difficult. But we're about the same power unit levels. This rival is going for a full lap of attack by the look of it. But we're sticking with. We are absolutely sticking with. Norris up to 70% power unit. Rival still at about 50. And they're pushing quite a bit. But I think we've got the faster setup here. I think this rival is not running a full cornering setup round Singapore. Can we get a move? We can't. P3 we stay. Rival still got good power unit, more than ours. They're looking after their power unit well. But we are going into P2. We have made P2 stick at the moment. This rival is surely going to push on this whole last lap with the power unit they have currently got. Surely. It's the only way. We're trying to just gain some power unit back so we can look. They're at 100% nearly. They are going to be just waiting. There we go. There's the trigger. Here comes the attack by the rival. They're going to come hard. They've waited till they've got full power unit. But from there, I should be good to the end. Should be good to the end. With a 70% power unit. Can we keep ahead of this rival? It's looking good as we come through Sector 2. And we're going to keep them at bay for now. Look at that. Well, loads of power unit spare. At present, Piastri has been left in Piastri's dirty spray as we come round the final corners. It's a great race. Great strategic play. And it is 47 points from Singapore. Let's go. 47. And yeah, couldn't use the legends. I would have liked to. But in the end, we settled for 47 points. Maximum points against a real player with a higher team score as well. 1466 as you can see. And they had a level 3 Prost and a level 6 Piastri. And the car, well, it was less. They went for a bit more qualifying. They used Powerhouse, bit more power unit. And we took the job done. Get in. Let's go. Race number 2. We're on to more real players. It's action-packed here as we go to Japan and Suzuka for race number, I don't know if I said 2, but it's definitely race number 3. As we are into the qualifying dry race for Japan. Real player, so let's see how we get on with this one. And we are out qualified to an extent. 16th, and I've gone for Hamilton because Piastri's race start isn't very good. We're going to make use of the good Nazar that we have got, and we're going to start double softs on this race as well. Can we take down another team score rival that is a PvP real player? Let's find out as we get ready to rumble in Japan. Can we take 47? Let's see when they eventually ready up. If they're like me, they'll struggle to find the boost because that's what I always do. Timeless for Piastri, who's got good tyre management. Nazar is in place for Norris, though, which is a good shout. So we get racing, and obviously Hamilton should be quick on this circuit based on his race start. Piastri shouldn't be that great, but he's got lucky through the inside line, or the outside line there, and he's gone already past and away. So Hamilton getting a little bit unlucky early on, as he now tries to get through. Norris has got a great start, though, ahead of the rival, and he is up to P3 currently. Now, Hamilton struggling to get through as we speak. Norris, great start. P2, exactly what we needed. Hamilton, second wind on this opening lap. He is up to P12. He's going to take P11 as well. So, Nazar gives us that extra tyre management to be able to push the mediums, no problem at all. So that is why we've gone for that boost with race start, obviously, and cornering too. And we're on double softs. We're hoping for a better start from Hamilton. That hasn't been the case. But long way to go in this race. We're only on lap 2 as Hamilton makes himself up to the top 9 now. Going back to mediums a little bit later on. Norris is in the lead ahead of Charles Leclerc. Can we get past Sainz here? Any room in the inn for an overtake, please? Doesn't look like it as Norris continues. Gain a little bit of power unit back. Verstappen coming at us. Ugh. It's tough. It is tough racing in Champions. Norris is hanging on at the moment to P1, it seems, with Leclerc all over the back of him. Hamilton right on the back of the Red Bull now as well. And it's the Red Bull and McLaren fighting it out. No, these cars around us are very, very fast. Hamilton's gaining some power unit as the front three all come into the pits. Good stop needed by the team. And the rival did get a good stop. We're just going to get ahead of the McLaren. So, we're all set and racing. Hamilton's going to come out as well. Rivals Piastri just ahead of us as we start lagging a little bit, but we survive. And we're going to try and just push Norris to get past Carlos Sainz, but that hasn't happened. This is going to be interesting. We're definitely going to finish ahead of one car from the rival as Hamilton gets up to 14th. Still tough racing though. Very tough racing as Sainz and the rival will pit and will continue on to take the lead again of this race. It is P1 as Hamilton gets past Yuki. And down the straight a few positions, it's up to P9. And we are defending again from a look at that. Rival just skinning past us with no effort at all. We have to try and fight off that attack as we are in currently P. Look at that. These cars are so fast. Norris can't keep up as it stands. P3. We're just looking after tyres a little bit here. As we close in, Hamilton on Carlos Sainz. Any move would be nice, but it's not going to happen. We are stuck in P9 at the moment. Norris has detached himself. The rival, clearly a lot quicker car. As we go round the outside of Sainz, we are in P3 and P8 now. Can we get past Verstappen up the inside at the hairpin? Job done. We are up to P3 and P7. That might be the best we can do here. The best we can hope for in a very tough race. Rival, oh, P2. Ferrari pits of Leclerc. So it might be P2 for Norris. And it might be P7 as well. Which would be a solid effort to this race. If we can just get over the line in these positions. Tyres are running out. But we've got a decent gap between all the cars. Rival struggling to hold on to P4 here. And there's a big off the track there from one of the, I think it was the Red Bull who went sliding off as they got pushed wide. But it's going to be job done. I tell you what, I'm okay with this. It's going to be P2 for Lando Norris. And coming home to take P7 in the end, Lewis Hamilton with a solid effort of racing. Not bad at all. 41 points for our free-to-play account from race number 3. We can't complain too much. 1-4-7-8 team score rival to face as well, who had level 5 Norris and a level 6 Oscar Piastri, and also had a 297 cornering. So I think to take 41 points against their 45, that's pretty good racing, if you ask me. Race 4, another real player. Let's do this. Let's see what we can do to a 1-4-7-8 team score. Can we take points? We'll never give up. It's always tough matchmaking, it seems, on this account. But let's see if we've got what it takes to deliver at one of the worst circuits that I absolutely do at. I am awful at this track. Many of you watch these videos and you know 100% how it goes. So, wet conditions. I mean, boost is going to be a problem here. I've only got 8 prints. I've got 168 Jin, so we'll probably use some Jin. Why not? Not the best boost, but I'm struggling. We've got 168. Prefer to use Prince, though. And let's see. As we hit the final round of racing for the free-to-play race 4. Make sure, hit that like button for me. Wish me luck. So, let's see how we get on. Can we get a good start? It looks pretty bad at the minute. P15 and currently P16, but that can change going into the hairpin, the car park of Monaco. But we squeaked ahead and the rival comes back through. But as we go into the tunnel, we're going to be in P11 and P15. Not bad. Not bad at all. Rival coming through as well. They get stuck, but we survive. Can we get any more positions? We've got Fernando Alonso ahead of us. Inside line would be nice here. We try, but we don't succeed. So P11 and P14 now against this rival, who is currently in P12 and P8 on that Movember boost. Very, very good boost by the rival being used. And that straight up the inside. Absolutely no chance of trying to defend that position. So we carry on. We'll try and claim the power unit to come back at the rival later on. We just need to be nice and patient here. We're right behind P11. And we're just going to gain that power unit. Rival's pushing all the time, to be fair. And Piastri probably will do 5 laps for me. That will be the aim with Piastri. 5 laps. Whilst gaining power unit all the time. Rival, can they squeak past? They can't. We do lose a position, actually. But we gain it back on the rival. P11 for Lando. Can we get Gasly here? Can we? Can we? No, we can't. Just struggling to get past. It's very tough track to overtake. As we go to the final corner. Oh, I thought we had Gasly then. I thought we had him. But we couldn't. P10 still. Piastri's doing really good for power unit. I know he's not quick. As now we come into the hairpin. Any moves, please? I don't think there is. Piastri's not losing much ground at all there on conserve. Can we now get Gasly? Yes, up to P9 we go. Piastri, nearly 100% on the power unit here. He's had a bit of a solid race so far. As we go round the outside, rival is going to switch to a 5 lap. And we are also going to be doing that. And we are going to get, look at that, Gasly, who we are trying to get ahead of, now ahead of us. Bit of it holding up in the pit lane then, it seems. Can we make moves though? Can we get Norris back through? Not at the minute. Pierre Gasly being stubborn in 13th place. And now, we're still... we do get through finally into P13. As Oscar Piastri loses a few positions, but will come into the pits. Tough rate. I hate this track. Especially in wet conditions. It's an absolute nightmare. As the rival's going to be very, very quick all over the back of us now, having saved a lot of useful power unit. We're going to struggle to hold on, but we're going to get up to 9th. But rival comes straight through as well. Piastri just got up to 13. Oh, I'll tell you what, we're only just behind the rival here. As we defend well with Norris. Rival out of power unit now. There's a chance of some points. Not a lot of them. Small chance. As now we're all over the back of Pierre Gasly for the second attempt of an overtake on our cars with him. Lap 7. We're closing on the rival. There's a move up to P12. Hard racing, but we're doing the best we can. It's all you can ask for from your team. As rival now right in touch here. We're pulling ourselves back into this race. Any moves into the last corner? No, not yet. Any move for P11? No. Just can't grab it. Is there any way past? As now we come into the hairpin, trying to make a move on the rival who's pushing as well. Great last lap of racing this is. And now, as you can see, top of your screen, nearly Oscar Piastri gets through. Going to save as a Ferrari goes very, very wide. And we are into 8th. That might be the best we've got. Rival is absolutely slow, trying to hold us up, but might not matter. As we come down to the line, it's P8 for Lando. It is going to be P12. It's not the worst result in the world. It's a very tough track. Not the optimum boost, but it's 30 points from Monaco. Tough racing, but the rival only got 34. And look at the team score difference, 67. So that should equate to more than 4 points difference. You had level 6 Piastri and level 5 Norris. So yeah, they had the dominant drivers. And the car was even more dominant as well. 14 cornering ahead. They had the Behemoth 2 levels above, Gyro level above as well, and Arc and Juggernaut at a higher level. But we put in a fair battle, very close, very good racing. 30 points, that's all we can manage. And it's hard on a free-to-play, especially without the +6 from the 2 legendary drivers. But our qualifying on this free-to-play account has been completed for the Saudi Arabia Legendary event. Let me know how you've got on today in your qualifying round. But we finish up 3rd place as it stands with 153 points. It's not great, but what can you expect really from a low-level account running absolutely 0 spend? So we tried, but this is the best we've got for now. But good luck in your round of racing, but let me know how you get on.